for my shirt, and then I get did I make a black material? I thought I did. And then I get the texture on there. Okay. Let me go ahead and save this again. I'm going to save it as, and I'm just going to iterate a little bit. I'm going to add a number 1 there. Okay. Okay. Hayabusa, what else did you want to try, want to learn, want to know about in terms of texturing?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Cool. Um, well, let me go to my how I did the texturing for the Giving Tree because that's something that I used the bake feature. I created what's called a procedural texture on it. Um, have you tried any procedural textures?
I haven't yet.
Okay. Let's open that up. I don't think it's going to be under open recent because I haven't opened it lately. It's in January. It's going to take me a minute to find it. Um, oh, okay. Well, this is the tree that has some colliders on it. Because if I select the tree here, yeah, this guy right here is the low poly version of it. Um, so all I did was I actually told somebody not to do this the other day. Um, so here's the actual tree, right? And here you can see the decimated version of the tree. And I just chose the straight up mathematical decimation. And it looks pretty crappy as a tree. But I don't need a lot of high geometry. Sorry, this isn't UV texturing. This is something a little different. But while I have this open, I just wanted to go over this. Um, you need separate geometry to specify what the collider is. So this version of the Giving Tree, number 9, actually has the collider. So I'm gonna undo that and I'm gonna open up an earlier version. Don't save. Let's go to number 8. This might be the one. Yeah, okay, this is the one. All right, so what you've got here, I've got 2 texture windows open. Texture view. This is obviously the trunk, and this is the canopy. So if I, oh man, okay, uh, I'm whatever. It's like I want to be able to just grab it and then move the panes around so I can see things better. Um, so here's my procedural texture. It's really, really simple.
That's you. That was
What's that, 13?
my. No, that was me. I was like, I just about said says you, and then I realized, oh, my microphone might be on.
Ah, okay.
You said it was easy. I said, yeah, says you.
Well, okay, let me put it this way. It's a relatively simple texture. It's a relatively simple procedural texture, right?
Oh, I get what you're
Yeah,
saying. I
yeah.
just haven't delved in too deep. But I'll shut up. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, so it's just a basic, basic texture, and then it's got, well, where's the ramp? There should be a ramp on here. I'm trying to remember. It's been a minute since I've done this. Um Basically, if you look at this model, let me do a export. Okay, file, export, GLB, GLT. Okay, so we'll call this Giving tree FAFO. And I'm just going to put it in my 3D objects directory. That's where I put all my 3D objects, just so it makes it easier for me to find. Okay, here it is. So I like this little thing. I used to get annoyed every time that I would select an object and it would just default to this, but I actually like this. And so what I'm showing you is the model, just so I can point out the difference. Here, let me make this bigger. The difference between the top of the tree and the bottom of the tree. So what I have is I have a linear gradient for the value of the green. So basically what that means is if I made this in Photoshop and this were just a 2D item, I'm assuming that most of you know how Photoshop works. If I make a selection where I select around the canopy and then I just draw a line between, you know, like up here somewhere, whoops. Come here, you. God, I had a perfect view and then I fucked it up. Okay, so I click up here and then I draw that line and I click down here. So you can see at the bottom, there's no lighting. Well, I guess there is lighting. You can see the highlights, but the effect on the tree. Oh, let me turn the light off. Can I turn the light off? How do I turn the light off? Light one. Uh, Okay, I can't figure out how to turn the lights off, but basically what I'm trying to show you is that even if there were no lights in here, this would be a brighter green and this would be a darker value green. And I mean, I'm never going to have the tree like fall over. It's always going to be in this orientation. The light's always going to be coming from up top. So I want to have it so that the shadow is below it. So it's kind of a fake. So I created this quote unquote lighting effect, and then I baked it into the tree. Now I did something wrong. You can see here where these lines are. These are all of the uh, polygonal seams, basically. If we go back to Blender and we look at, um, let's look at the UV editor and let's look at the canopy. Okay, so I did a couple of things here, uh, but I think it'll be easy to see if I put these two things up side by side. So let me make this a little smaller. Okay, so all of these clumps, these are actual procedural textures after it's been baked and then mapped back onto the flat UV plane. The problem is I have my polygonal edges go right up to where this seam is, and there's a way to set it up so that um,
How did you unwrap it? Like, what option did you use for unwrapping? Did you, like, when you go into the 3D viewport and you go to edit mode with the face selector?
Yeah.
When you select all the top, like the top part of the tree,
Mm-hmm.
there's an option for UV Smart Project, and then in that, I think you could specify like the spacing and stuff like that.
Yeah, and
Oh,
I
that's
did.
something else.
Yeah, no. I thank you. I mean, what you're saying is good and valid. It's just that I did the spacing, and that's why here, if you look at this polygon and you look at this polygon, this vector right here doesn't
Yeah.
overlap this vector.
Okay, yeah, that's what it's for. I wonder if you scale the baked image of the tree top like just ever so slightly, it would like put all of them within bounds of what you're trying to do.
Yeah, it probably would. It needs to go in just like 1 pixel around. I think this extra stuff that's on the edge, that's a setting when I'm baking it so that it doesn't so that it doesn't cut off the texture right at the edge, right? So that it gives me some extra texturing. And I think I just needed to play with that a little bit, like, so that this texture here. Let me just go in and select this. I'm gonna go to vertice. Let's hold on. First of all, let's find out where. There we go. Okay, I just want to be able to see what the hell I'm doing. Okay, so what I've got is I've got this face selected on the tree. It's showing me that same face here in my UV texture map. Okay, now when we looked at the tree here, let's see, where am I on the tree? It's the big bulbous part right here. Okay. Yeah, I think it's like one of these. I think it's maybe this one right here. This one right here. Okay. And you can see the seam there, there, and there. So what I want to do is go back into, so these are my different selection modes since I'm in my UV editor. Here I'm in edit mode. Here I'm selecting by face, but here I want to select by vertice, right? So I'm going to select this guy. And then I would just move that in a little bit so that it doesn't get anywhere near the edge or the seam. Okay, now that's a pain in the ass, and there's no way that I would go through and do that for this thing. So if I go back to object mode, okay. Question to the peanut gallery: Where do I turn on the information at the bottom that tells me how many triangles are in my selection and in my object? Does anybody remember that?
I think you gotta select the whole object. Go back to so hit A
Yeah.
and then wait. Hang on.
Well, I do have the whole object
tab
selected.
over it. Tab over into edit mode.
Okay.
Nope, nothing. Shit.
Yeah.
Weird.
If
Select
you-
all.
Go ahead, Josh.
If you go up to the top where the top one that's highlighted with the little drop down arrow, top right, there should be a data or statistics. Yeah, statistics kind of towards the top left.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
If you click that, there you go in the top
Okay,
left.
cool. All right, so there's no way I'm going to go through and select all 825 faces on here and move them down. Let's tab back into edit mode. Oh, I know why the texture looks really simple. If I go here into shader editor, the reason why it looks so simple is because this is after I bake the texture. Yeah, it's just got this green emission, and then it's got this here for the for mapping the image on there, the color and the alpha to the correct channels for the material shader. So that's why it looks so simple. I need to go back one version and open that one. So I'm not going to save this. I'm going to go to, see, this is why I do versioning. This is why I do different versions. I'm going to go to giving tree number 7. Nope, that's not the one either. So what I'm trying to do, Hayabusa, is go back to the point where I've got the tree before I've baked the texture, and then walk you through the baking of the texture. Okay. It's not here. Let me go back one more. Ah, here it is. Okay. I think this has both of it on there. So I've got the trunk and the canopy, and I've got the bitmap. So this is right before I transitioned to everything. So that's good. Okay. So
Sorry,
go
I
ahead.
possibly need the step before this as well. Like, I don't really know how you got that texture map. How did you create that?
Yeah, yes, thank you. That's what I'm actually trying to show you is this
Thank you.
process. Yeah. So if I come back to just the model of the tree, maybe if I go open up I'm just going to open up the basic tree, like before there's the texture on here. Giving tree, where's the giving tree? There we go. Let's open number 5. I think this one has no material. Yeah. So this is how the tree started out, right? It's got no material on it whatsoever. It's got no texture on it. So let me open up number 5. We'll put a material on the trunk. We'll put a material on the canopy, and then we'll go about adding these shaders in the shader editor. Okay. So when I was describing it earlier, like where you here, let me not screw it up this time. Okay. So when I talked about it in Photoshop, when you would put your selector here and then drag down here and make it darker, that's what this little guy does right here. This is my basic material in the shader view, right? Okay. And this is a tool that creates my color ramp. This separate X, Y, and Z. This determines which direction that color ramp is going to go. So you can see right here that Z is up and X is to the right, and well, now Y is to the right and X is coming towards us. So if we look down, this is Y and this is X, right? And then coming up out of the bottom is Z. And that's the axis that I want to go from lighter to darker. So that's why I'm using this particular separator. Okay. And what am I separating? I'm separating the texture's coordinates. Okay. This little guy right here is set up so that when I bake the texture, it actually gets placed in here. I think this is just after post texturing it. So what I'll do, Hayabusa, is I think I need to go to the version before this, as you were saying, which will be giving tree number 4. I'll zip that folder up and I'll drop it here into the chatty chat, and then you can open that up in your Blender, and then you can follow along in the steps. How does that sound?
Cool. Thank you.
Okay. Don't save. There's my cat tearing up my carpet, telling me they're hungry. Okay, nope. So this is when I was retopologizing the tree, and I didn't save an interim step, so this isn't going to help us. Retopologizing or doing a retopology is something that'll cover a different time, but you can see here that there's a lot, it's pretty boxy. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to make a tree that that didn't have so many triangles. So I went through and took a bunch of high resolution spheres, crammed them all together and then I retopologized on top of that. And this was me in the process of doing that. Okay, let me go back to number 5. Okay. I think, let me save this as giving tree. You know what? I'm just going to call it FAFO tree instead. And I want to do 0, 0 because we're going to start here. Okay. Okay. FAFO tree. I just want to make sure I give you all of the right parts. Shouldn't matter. Okay, well, I'm just going to try it. I'm just going to send it over to you and see. And if there's something that you're missing, then we'll cover that when we cover it. Oh my gosh, can you tell it's almost feeding time for my animals? Okay. Okay, here comes the FAFO tree blend. It's about a megabyte. So go ahead and open that up, friends. Okay. I think what I can do is I can get rid of the trunk and get rid of the canopy. Okay. Um, Josh or 13 or Hayabusa, have you been able to download the file and open it?
I'm actually just listening in myself.
Okay. Okay. How about you, Hayabusa? Go ahead.
Still looking for the file in my
Oh,
widget. Oh, I'm just moving around and then I've lost it. I've downloaded it.
okay. Okay. So when you say the widget, have you opened it up in Blender yet?
I'm trying to open it in Blender, but I'm just looking for that file.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Gotcha.
Yep.
Okay. So you've got it now?
Mhm.
Okay. All right. All right. I mean, a couple things that we could do is we could break this and then reconstruct it, because what we've got is we've got this basically the same thing in two parts of the tree. We've got it on the canopy and we've got it on the trunk, right? So if we forget anything, we can just go back to the trunk, right? Let's just leave the trunk the way it is and let's work on the canopy. So I'm just going to select the color ramp, separate XYZ. I'm just going to take all this stuff and get rid of it. Okay. So typically this is what we have, right? When we first create a material. So here over on the base color, I'm gonna pick, okay, no, making fun of the colorblind guy. That's usually what I do. I'll usually go out into the web and I'll just find the color in hex and then I'll copy it over, you know, and paste it in right here. Okay. So we want to create a material. Typically, it doesn't have a material. So the first thing we need to do is actually create a new material. So if I get, let's say I get a sphere. Where is that? There it is. Okay. There's my sphere. I don't have a material over here in the right-hand side. So I would just click this plus sign and voila, this is what it looks like, right? It's got a basic slightly off-white gray base material and subsurface color, right? Or base color and subsurface color. So that's all we've done at this point. Is we've gotten it back to where it is and just adding green as a base color and green as a subsurface color. Okay. All right. Next thing we need to do is we need to add some modifiers to this material. And the easiest way to do it, if you come into the shader view, which is what this one is here on the bottom, just like if you're adding something in the model view, if you're going to add something in the shader view, it's a Shift A. Okay. So up here, Shift A, and then I can add armatures, mesh, that sort of thing, lights, cameras. Down here, if I do Shift A, it's all going to be these types of shaders. Okay. So the first thing we need is a color ramp. We're going to do the color ramp first, okay? So if we select the canopy, we come here to the shader view and just hold down Shift and then tap A. You can type in, I just clicked on search, and if you just start typing color ramp, and there it is, color ramp. So I want to create a color ramp. There it is, okay? Now I'm going to plug this in to the base color and to the alpha. So I'm just going to take the color, boom, base color, alpha, to the alpha channel, okay? Now it still doesn't look like anything because I haven't, oh, whatever, get rid of that. Oh my God, my mouse is freaking out. Okay. It doesn't look like anything because one, I haven't changed the color, right? And I'm going to add a couple of different values in here. So first thing, let's click on this color. Let's make it a very dark value green. So by just coming down here and selecting this color swatch, right? I don't want the black to go all the way to the edge. I want there to be, and I don't want it to be black either. I want the bottom part of the tree canopy to be a dark green. So like it's going to be the bottom of the tree canopy that's been shaded. So I'm going to move it up a little bit for the ramp. I'm going to click on the color swatch. Then I'm going to click on the eyedropper. By clicking on the eyedropper, I can really select anything I want, you know, in here. It it's now just looking at the pixels that are in Blender. I like this color green. I'm just going to select that color green. Then I'm going to go back and click that color swatch. I'm going to come over here to the right side and I'm going to drag the value down so it's a much darker value green than this one. And if you don't like it, you can always go back and change that. But yeah, that's pretty good. This one, again, I don't want it to I don't want the green to go all the way, right up to the edge to the top. I want the top maybe 1/8 of the tree canopy to be that same color green. So same process. Move my my gradient slider over here. I'm going to select the color swatch. Then I'm going to select the eyedropper. Then I'm going to select that right there. Okay. Again. Oh wow, that looks pretty nice. However, the problem is here. Let me go back to this color swatch and just illustrate to you what the problem is. How many lights in the scene, so it's not gonna do that. Basically, my dark value is over here on the right hand side. I've got a little bit here, but it's putting my shadow over here on the y-axis. Okay, so that's why I need to introduce another modifier in my shader tree. Okay, and that's the one that specifies the coordinates for. That's this one right here, texture coordinate, and then separate X, Y, and Z. So we're going to add both of those to the canopy so that the gradient shows up at the bottom, like here on the trunk. It does the same thing on the canopy. Okay. So to call up my search, if I'm going to add a model in the model view or add a shader or a modifier in the shader view, it's always Shift A. So I hold down Shift key, tap A, and then I'm just going to search texture coordinate. So I just typed in COOR for coordinate. I want to get texture coordinate. Okay. The next thing I want is to separate that coordinate to the different values of X, Y, and Z. Okay. So come over here, Shift A, separate X, Y, and Z. Okay. Now, before you get all freaked out and like Existence was saying, it's easy for you to say this looks simple or whatever. Here's the thing. I don't just know how to do this. The only reason I know how to do this is because I struggled through this for about 2 weeks doing it myself, following YouTube videos. But that's, I think, part of the benefit of what we're doing here is doing it together so that we can, so instead of me looking for the answer on my own, we can just ask each other and come up with the answers right away. So I want to take the object's axis, not the global axis, but the object's axis. And I want to place the procedural texture along its Z axis. So that's what I'm going to do with texture coordinate. I'm going to select object and I'm going to pipe that into this little guy right here where it says vector. And then the value that I want to come out that I'm going to put into the color ramp is the Z axis. Okay, so object, vector. Okay, if I didn't have that, I could just enter a number value. I mean, there's lots of things you can do. The next level that I'm learning on this is how to make a procedural bark texture, and they use things like these different values in separating the coordinates. So like with bark, you've got the ridges, right? So if you want the ridges to be closer together, you'd have a smaller number. If you want it to be farther apart, you'd have a larger number. So that's what these numerical values or these modifiers enable you to do. Okay, so I'm going to take the object, put it into vector. I'm going to take Z and I'm going to put that into the factor. Okay, now did you guys see it switch from over here
Yeah,
on the side to the bottom?
that's pretty dope, man.
Yeah, so I'm going to come back to this color swatch and I'm going to change that. I don't want it to be that drastic. I'm going to change the value. Oh God, it looks terrible. Holy shit. Sorry. Okay. Uh, there we go. Okay. And I can also, mess around with the placement. Okay. I can futz with this number a lot, but I'm not going to do that right now. Okay. So the last thing that I need to do is uh and this is something that is kind of an well, not an issue, but it's a specificity that we have in Blender, in that the materials, and Tessa Canessa was talking about this on Spaces, if you guys remember, where sometimes she'll make something in Blender, bring it into uh, Decentraland, and it will look completely different. And one of the things that I had the hardest time is that my trees looked really dark when I brought it. My models of my tree looked really dark when I brought it in there. Have you had a similar problem or a similar issue, 13?
I'm sorry. What was the question? I was
So,
replying to existence.
no, that's okay. My question was, have you noticed that when you model something in Blender and you bring it into Decentraland, the material and the texture does not look the same?
Yes.
Okay. And have you come upon a solution? And if so, what is that solution that you've come
I'm
upon?
pretty sure it's about to be this.
Yes. Yeah. So, hat tip to Rustan and Kurzaz, because they're the ones that told me about this. And the thing that you can do eh, is turn up the emissive quality. But then there's something else you can do. Here we go. It's this thing right here. So instead of piping this through here and then going from here to surface, uh, we put this in here because what it's going to do is it's going to take that emissive value, strength of 1, and it's going to pipe it directly to the output. And then that's going to help us generate our UV texture. It's going to bake that UV texture on there. Uh, and then when we go into getting rid of all this other stuff and just having the material output, the material shader, and then the texture modifier, we get rid of all the complexity. It's gonna look correct.
Can you
We
can
hope.
you do me a favor and zoom in on those different boxes real quick so I can get the names of everything?
Yes, sir.
So there's a material output on the right.
Oh, yep. This you get
And then
anytime
yeah,
you
that
you.
that I've got.
Yep. So
And
this
then
is the other thing you
there's
need to
a
get.
viewer.
Yep.
Okay, so let me add a viewer real quick, and then
Okay.
Shift A.
Yep.
Uh,
So here I'll add it here. Shift A.
oh shit! I don't have a viewer. What? How do I not?
Huh.
Yeah, I
How
can't
did I?
find a viewer either.
Okay.
Let's see if there's a.
I may
Is
have
it
added a plugin. I can't get it either. How did I get that?
maybe it gets added when you add something else?
Maybe. Mm.
Okay, so let's see. What let me see what else you got. So there's
Texture
color ramp,
coordinate.
got that. Texture coordinate. Okay, so let me say texture. Oh, yep, there it is. Got that. Put that there. And then separate XYZ.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Shift A. Separate XYZ. Got it there. Okay.
I think
And
it might
then
That's it. I mean, that's everything. Make sure you got the alpha into the alpha, the color into the base color.
Now I've just got to plug in all the plugins. So object to vector. And then
There you go.
let's see, Z to FAC. And I got that. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, but where's the viewer? I'm so confused.
I think the reason it's not there is because I haven't baked the texture. I think that might be a function of baking the texture.
Sure.
Just a second. I'm doing a little search over here. Okay. This guy, Ryan King. If you guys don't know who Ryan King is, get to know who Ryan King is.
I went to school with that guy.
Okay. Sorry, let me. I'm not paying attention to the comments here. Just
It'd be
making
funny
sure.
if it was actually the Ryan King that I knew.
Yeah.
Be like, oh shit, bro. Nope, definitely not the Ryan King I know. Sorry. It was close. It was real close. We were almost in that universe.
I'm just reading your comments right now. And yeah, existence. That's kind of why we're doing the FAFOs here, is so that we can pause and answer questions. So this is what I was talking about. All of this texture right here, the displacement, everything, looking like actual bark. This is done with maths, which just blows my mind. It's all stuff that we're still in the fuck around portion. We are. It's a bunch of these variables, right? It's a bunch of these blocks that we've created numerical values for, and you end up with something that looks like this, and it's got moss on it. It's just super cool. But that's not what I was looking for. This is the one that I was looking for.
It looks
Okay.
similar to blueprints on Unreal Engine.
What was
No
that?
stoic.
Oh, okay.
I was just saying that all looks very similar to what I'm learning right now for Unreal Engine, the
Oh,
blueprints.
oh, okay.
Hell yeah.
It's a visual scripting.
So you
Yeah,
got these blocks here in
Yeah.
Unreal? Okay.
Yeah, you basically, you tell each block like what to do, and it's visual scripting, and then it codes it into like C++ for you, so you don't have to do the actual coding.
That is cool. The first time I saw anything like this was about 25 years ago, when I worked at a production company in town called Pixel Farm, which is still in business, by the way, and that's amazing. But they had something called a Quantel, a Harry, and it's how you composited stuff way back then. They had a Cinesite. They had all kinds of really large computers. But anyway, this is the tutorial where I learned how to do what I'm showing you guys how to do. So I'm just gonna go to the show more and make sure I didn't miss anything. So my apologies for not having this ready to go. I'm just kind of skipping through the video until I can find the part where he bakes the texture. Okay. So at about 4 minutes and 24 seconds, that's where we've got everything that he's already got. So Here. I don't know why I'm doing this over here. Fuck it. Put it over here. Okay. See this? Looks an awful lot like that, yeah? I think
pretty
so.
much.
Yeah, okay. So here he is setting up the gradient, doing the color picker. Oh, looks like he added another spot in the gradient to get a nice
Ooh, that's what I was trying to do.
smooth ramp.
See how do I do that?
So up here, you see the plus sign? Boink.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
All right then. But why is it so low though? How do I fix that?
Why is what so low?
Linear, I need to change it to something. You said something. Right?
No, you just need to. You don't change anything here. I mean, well, we could try ease. We could try that. I mean, you could try some of the
Oh, was it position? Is that what you changed?
Yeah, so you go to from the object, from the
Oh
texture coordinate,
shit.
from the
Yeah.
object into vector, and then you choose the Z vector because that's where this model has
Okay. Here's my thing.
Yep.
the shit. The color ramp, okay, is so low on the tree itself that I want what if I wanted it to be darker a little bit higher up instead, like midway through? Like that's my problem. It's still all like really, really low here.
Oh, okay. Um,
Yeah, so you see how yours is
yeah.
on the very, very bottom? What if
Yeah.
we wanted it just slightly above that is my question. Like
Yeah.
a third of the way up instead, you know? That's my
So
curiosity here.
there's another thing that we could put in between either texture coordinate and separate XYZ or this one color ramp.
Mhm.
And that's like a numerical modifier where you just basically you're just saying use this number value. Over
Okay.
here you can see the numerical values, but if you're going to mess around with like which way the texture is applied and the fact that it's
Yeah.
going to use a color ramp, you don't have any numerical value. Well, wait a minute. Here's a numerical value. It only goes up to 2. No, that doesn't
I
do
don't
it.
even know what it changed.
Yeah. Well, oh, it's just this is 0. This is 1. See, this is
I
color ramp
see.
position.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, here. Maybe let's try that. No, that's just where the position is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super confusing.
So
You broke it.
yeah, that's okay. My thought is uh, that I need to enter a numerical value somewhere between here and here, or between here and here.
That makes sense.
So let me just try to finish this out, and then we can go back and fuck around with this and try to
Yeah,
get
no
that to
worries.
go up higher.
No
Yeah,
worries.
sure.
I just was curious if you knew off the top
Yeah,
of your head yet or
I
not.
do
So
not.
no worries. Yeah.
Okay. So here we are in this part. He's setting up the gradients, getting it ready. Does the same thing with the. Okay, he's applying object transforms. I already did that to the model that you've got, so you don't have to worry about that right now. Okay. There's got to be another video because that's the end, and that's all as far as we got. Okay, hold on. Easy Gradient Materials Blender 3. Get ready for my dog to freak out. Here comes the mailman.
Keeping you safe.
Yes. Okay. Can you hear?
Sure can.
Maybe you can't. Okay. Maybe I just imagined that that's what it was, and I did the baking somewhere else. Because I don't see another. There's all these different ones for how to bake a texture.
You got your baking right here.
Yeah. I think maybe this is the one that I used. I mean, it's another Ryan King texture. Okay. We're gonna try this one. This one is this one's a little old, so maybe this won't work. Oh, this isn't Ryan King. Where'd you do with Ryan King? Okay, here he is. This is Ryan King. See down here. Okay. So yep. Okay. Image texture. Okay, so we can see here in this video that he's got, look at me, I'm trying to orbit or modify this and it's a video. He's got a really complicated shader view, shader tree. And he's gonna output it. That's what this thing is right here. He's gonna output it to something that he's created, this new texture. It's a blank texture. You can see this over here. See how it's black? It says up here rock color. Over here it says rock color. It's not connected anywhere here. But basically what he does is he comes over to the renderer. That's the camera on the right-hand side, okay? And you have to use, I think it's you have to use the cycles renderer. You can't use the Eevee render, Eevee render, Eevee. What's it called?
I think everybody calls it Eevee.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, you've got a couple different renders. You have to use cycles render or whatever. You can't use whichever it is. It's like you can use one but not the other. All right. So I'm trying to cheat here and not watch the video with you guys. So here looks like he's turning off motion blur. Yeah, okay, so he's explaining here, this is where this texture right here is where you bake all of this complicated stuff gets baked onto this one. And there's a whole bunch of different variables. I mean, look at all this anamorphic, roughness, sheen, what all that stuff. And you have to go through and you have to specify what you want the computer to figure out and what you don't want it to figure out. Metallicity is one of them that I think you always have to turn off because it's a bug. And you can see this is an older version of Blender because these are straight lines that go between the blocks instead of the fancy little Bezier curves. Okay, so let me just watch this for a second. Okay, so clearly I have to go back a ways because he's like, and then you just click bake, and there's a thing that we're missing. So let me just go back. By the way, left arrow helps you scrub through YouTube videos. Goes back 10 seconds each time you hit a back arrow. Okay. That's not it. Yeah, look at how complicated this thing is. Holy shit. in case you guys want to do this on your own, I'll link this thing in here too. This is the texture baking tutorial that I've got up right now. So that's the link to it. Okay, so what he's explaining here is this is how to add the texture image. And honestly, I think if we go back here to Blender and if I select the this right here, I think this thing shows up after we do the baking. I think that's the step that I'm missing, and that's why we don't just have it. Okay, so I'm going to go back, select the canopy. So the first thing I need to do is I need to add that that texture object, or that texture shader block. So let's do Shift A, and let's try texture. And I think it's just image texture. Yep. Okay. So I'm going to delete this. I'll do that again. Sorry. It's Shift A, and you can do search, or you can click through the selection tree like I did. But what we want to find is an image texture. So you can just go into search and type in image texture. There it is. Click that. Put that up here. Okay. Then I think we're just going to create the texture. So how I did that was I clicked the plus sign for new. I mean, there's a whole bunch over here, and that's just how I. Oh my God, my dog is just freaking out. She wants to get fed. This here where it says canopy, this where it says trunk, that's how I created it. I mean, there's a whole list of them here. You can see all my failed attempts. Trunk 2, trunk 1, regular trunk, 0 trunk. So yeah, fail until you learn, until you do it right. So we're just going to click the plus sign. Okay, so going back through the steps, you're going to do Shift A and then do a search for image texture. That's what calls up this block. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to click the plus sign to create a new texture. We're going to call this canopy. Now, I've already got something named canopy. I don't want to get rid of it because that's the one that works in there. I just want to specify it's a different one. This is something that you'll need to pay attention to for Blender. Does anybody know? I think Josh does. I think 13 does. Maybe Hayabusa, you know. What are the resolution limitations for texture in Blender? Does anybody remember?
You're talking about specifically for Decentraland?
Yeah, specifically for Decentraland. Is it 1024 by 1024?
Okay. I would say we should check because I always thought it was 512 by 512. However, the other day when 13 was submitting his wearable, what would you call that? The little help chat bubble in Builder that you can use to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
This wasn't for a texture. This is for a thumbnail.
Mhm.
But he was saying that the thumbnail needed to be 1024, and
Yes.
I never heard that before. So
Yes.
I don't know if it's the same for textures now or what.
Do you remember, Josh, when my boots disappeared?
Yeah.
Ooh.
That's why, because I pushed a change to one of the thumbnails, and it was 1024 by 1024, but the file size was too big, and it broke the coding when it tried to load it onto people's feet, and then people walked around barefoot. So yeah, it has to be 1024 by 1024. It has to have the that transparency. So if you want to create a custom thumbnail like I did, it has to conform to all that. It can't be more than a megabyte, or what is it, 2 megabytes or
The
whatever.
whole file size can't be larger than 2 megabytes.
There you go. And yours was like
Mine was
2.01.
2.7 at one point.
Okay.
2.7. We got it down to 2.58, and then like I don't know what the overall file size ended up being, but it was way less than fucking 2 megabytes. It was like 1 point some, like one
Uh,
low.
Dr. Drip is in Twitch chat saying 512. They don't always check though. You can get away with 1024 by 1024 sometimes. And
Dr.
then
Drip.
hi.
Hi. Dr. Drip is the GOAT. He's the one, and I learned this. I don't even know when he was talking about this. I don't even think it was like a FAFO kind of thing. It was just like a CBD spaces or whatever. But he's like, he'll make his textures like 1024, maybe even bigger, and then he'll go back and he'll do a post production. He'll crunch the textures down using image compression somewhere else, which I thought was really smart.
That's what I do as well.
Yeah. Okay. So we need a texture. We're just going to keep it at this. We can always go back in and change it. The reason why we can do that, I'm going to just say okay, is because the texture and the actual mesh are two separate things, right? But when you wrap it up into a GLB, then it's like all contained within that. But as we're working in Blender, I can go, you know, if I save out this file, which I should probably do, and I'm going to save it as, I'm going to iterate it up one level because we've done a significant amount of work or changes. Okay, is that this canopy file? Where does it live? It lives here in 3D objects. Okay. And I can, here's a canopy PNG. I'm going to click cancel, but you know, I can choose any one of these. These are my texture files. So I can go back in and change them. That's what I was doing for my eyebrows, for my Amanda Palmer eyebrows. So I'm going to click cancel. Okay. Sorry for the little, what do you call that? Detour.
But I like detours. Okay, so 1024
Detour approved.
1024.
Okay, so that's the setup. Basically, you're supposed to do two things. You're supposed to select the object that has the procedural texture arrangement, right, that we've got set up here. That's the first thing you need to select. Second thing you need to select is the image brick that we just added here. Okay, you don't have to shift and select it. It's just that when you're here, I mean, you can select them independently, but they both need to be selected. Okay, the next thing we need to do is make sure that we have cycles selected under render engine. And then I think what he said was if you choose CPU, it will render faster. I don't remember why, but I think that's what he said. And then there's a whole bunch of different there's a bunch of, just a whole fuckload of look at all these things. Sampling, light paths, motion blur, blah, 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 blah. So let's just find out real quick what he clicks on and doesn't click on. Okay, so he does the cycles.
I found out the other day that if you, on the output properties, if you want to render in Eevee, you can go to the output option below the one you're over to the left on the other tool menu, the toolbar.
Oh, over here?
Yeah, the one right. Yep.
Okay.
And then scroll all the way down.
Yep.
To the properties.
Post processing? Oh, properties?
No, I'm sorry. Post process. I'm sorry. It's really small. I was like,
okay. Yep. No, that's okay.
if you turn off the sequencer, you should be able to render an image in Eevee.
Okay, cool. I'm not going to do that today because I know this other way works. But I will definitely fuck around after this and try that out. And just to be mindful of the time. Oh my God, hold on. Let me get my dog. I got to leave in about 20 minutes. So just a second. Come here. Yes, good girl. Good girl. Okay. Oh my God. You're adorable, but you're a pain in the ass sometimes. Okay. All right. Okay. First thing, we need to change the bake type from combined to, I think he chose diffuse. But here, this is what I was talking about. There's like, you could just bake the shadow part of the texture. You could just bake ambient occlusion. Does anybody remember where we've seen ambient occlusion before? Anybody?
It's the setting that breaks DCL.
Yes. So yeah, fuck you, ambient occlusion. No, sorry. Yeah, let's go back here.
Does everybody just turn off their ambient occlusion? Is that the thing?
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Only the cool kids though. So like, yeah, turn that off.
Okay, so I'm going to change that to diffuse. We don't want direct, indirect. We don't want any of that. We just want the color, right? We're just going to bake the color into this image texture. Okay. Oh,
Or Gary has blessed us.
there it is. There it is. Okay. Did you guys see that? Hold on, let me go back. Oh, damn, you blink and you miss it. Do you see it? It's right there. And he did it so fast. Okay, hold on. Let me go back. He's clicked on one of the things like this. You do control and then shift. So I'm holding both those down and then I click it. Oh fuck, it didn't happen. God damn it. He's like, all you do is control shift and click and then shit. Okay, that's the other thing. He's got an add-on. It's called the Node Wrangler add-on. And I know I had it in 3.0. I probably don't have it since I updated to 3.4. And I'm guessing you guys don't have it either. But the way we do that is, oh, how do we do that? There's a way to look for an add-on. How do I do that? Okay. I don't think we need it for this. Sorry, I'm just trying to get to a stopping point. And I don't want to go down another rabbit hole trying to find out how to add the node wrangler.
I have it, I think, from the
You do?
donut. Yeah, but I
Okay.
don't remember how to get it.
You can turn it
Okay.
on in the preferences menu under edit.
Okay.
Oh,
Edit, preferences,
Node Wrangler.
add-ons. There we go.
What's up, Brandon? Let's go.
Is it WR or RANG?
W.
Oh, W.
Scroll down to Node Wrangler.
There we go. Boom. Show hotkey list. Okay. And then install. Install add-on. I love you guys.
Comment on Twitch that by Dr. Drip, settings, preferences, add-ons.
Yeah. Edit, preferences, add-ons, do a search, WRA. There it is. Turn it on and then click install. Okay. How you doing, 13?
It's like check back later, Professor.
Okay.
Oh, there he is. All baby-faced and whatnot. Looks 10
Okay.
years younger.
It did not give me that thing called the viewer, so I don't know what happened.
You need a view output.
Yeah.
Control A. Or Shift A, I'm sorry.
Shift A, yeah, okay.
And then just output.
Welcome,
I'm
Dr.
I'm late to
Drip.
the party. Wow, we're baking and getting baked. This is the best Friday ever.
I love doing both of the things.
Bro, about to get baked. So baked.
No.
I it's not coming up, Brandon.
What about the output? Just do
Is
Shift
that
A.
another add-on?
Just press Shift A normally and go through the output.
Light output, material output. There's probably, you're right.
There's
I
an
think,
add-on.
yeah, thank you.
There's a fucking add-on.
I'm guessing that's what it is. Edit preferences, add on, and then I'm
As
just gonna
DJ Khaled would say, another one. Let's see if I can find it. Viewer.
There's a couple of them. 3D navigation, that's not it. Math, viz, console, nope. Measure it. Precision drawing tool. Stored
Cool.
views. Maybe that's it. VRC. Ooh, look at this, guys. Holy shit. VR scene inspection. It's an
I've
early.
used it. It's fucking dope. It's cool as shit. You can actively use Blender and see through your. So you can set it to where your camera is the view mode, or you can set it to where you're actually VR looking inside of the file.
Damn.
It's pretty fucking sick.
Brandon, you're the goat.
I'll send you video.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, I said I wasn't gonna do this, and then I fucking went and did it. Okay. Let me just go back to the video. I think we're almost there. I don't think we need that viewer thing. I think that's just a visualization tool, but I'm not sure. But I think all I have to do now is just.
So you want to click to your texture that you made because that's the one you want to bake to.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I want to
Okay.
select both the model and my texture, and then I think I just click bake, right, Doc?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna do it. Okay. Now you look down here where it says texture bake. It says 10%. Baking map saved, internal image, save it externally or pack it. So there it is. So if I go here and I get the double arrow, I'm going to right click and I'm going to split, do a vertical split. I'll put it right here in the middle. I'm going to come over here to the type of view and I'm going to change this to my UV editor. Now I want to see this canopy with a K texture in here. So I'm going to click open. And it's not there. Why the hell isn't it there? Do I need to do something else to save it?
Next to the new button, the little image icon.
Yeah.
Yeah, try that. See if it shows up there. There it is.
Okay.
There's
And it's
your bake.
completely black. I did something wrong. Okay. Well, whatever. I'm going to tab. Then I'm going to do A. And then there are my.
It's. I don't think it's. I think it's black because that node isn't connected to anything. So if you add an output to it, you might be able to see what that image is. Never mind, I lied. Just kidding.
No, it should have. Yeah, it should have baked. I didn't. There's a setting in the baking that I didn't do. Let's see.
Betty
Okay.
Crocker wrong, bro.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, I do want to point out. Oh no, it did the same thing. So it's a setting in the baking, I think, with the texture. So if I deselect that, it's all black, but it still has that overlap. Like none of these vertices touch any of the other vertices. None of the faces are crossing over, which is a good thing. There's another way to do this where it's like, what is it, Josh? Is it like optimize, where it makes all of these, like there's no empty space. It just like stretches out the part of the texture so that,
I think that's the island setting somewhere in there.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Sorry, I was all over the place. Those are basically the steps. God, get. Those are basically the steps. There's one particular step that I missed. If you come over here to the chatty chat, it's with the little lizard or whatever with the saddle on the back. That's the video that I used to learn how to do the baking. So you can go back and review that part of the video and find out how to make it so that everything isn't completely black in the texture. I'm sure it's one of these settings over here on the right hand side that I forgot. But I'm getting I got to take off. I got to go pick up my kid from school. But I will be back later if you guys are still here. Thank you everybody for showing up to FAFO today.
Thanks.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, Hayabusa, was this at all helpful? Is there anything
Very
else that you
helpful.
want to know?
Oh no,
Okay.
I just wanted like the overview, so this is perfect. Thank you.
Okay. Fantastic. All right, friends. Love you. We'll talk to you later.
Have a good day, Scott.
Yeah.
And if you guys need any resources for YouTube videos, I have like I have everything up here for, hey, how do you do this in Blender? Hey, I know this YouTube video. I got you.
Cool.
This is true. I can attest to that.
I actually have what is this? I want to say okay. Yeah, unless somebody really wants to learn the blending thing, it's an 8-minute video that Doki made and sent, and that's how I learned. I'll ask her to upload it to YouTube though.
Hello. Not so much. Like,
Bonjour. Oh,
hello and a bit of blue.
it's Doug.
I'll click on here. The lighting state, right? So if I just hide my first cube, the light, because that doesn't really matter, the colored one, so the one that has light, so I know that I'm baking too. So you're going to click on your phone and Raymax distance. Sometimes I change my Raymax to about 0. That is definitely the I'm going to press bake. Sorry, and I put that in. You can see it's all there. You can see there's a few.
Okay, I was just checking this video real quick.
Who's displaying the smart people's turn? Whose turn is it? I know you don't want my face to be the main source of attraction. I'll be Bob Marleying it.
I think that'd be like the most grab for the audience is.
Hello.
But it's not smart people shit.
Okay, where is it? Really?
What all did you guys do? I missed all of it.
Read the Twitch description. Just kidding. Blender texturing, UV editing.
Fuck yeah. I need a So now that like I have funds now, right?
Yeah.
I might be able to drop a new DCO wearable.
Oh.
I'm thinking about doing this Stickman.
Oh, nice. I've been thinking about getting one for myself. Stickman.
Oh, like $20.
Yeah, if it goes up to $1, what is that, like 150 mana to publish? That's pretty good.
It is pretty good. I'm hoping it pumps to $1. It was odd how it like tested resistances like I don't know, what was it, Wednesday? No, yesterday. Yesterday. Just fucking pamped. And then it damped.
Yep.
But like it didn't lose all its games, so who knows?
Silly goose. I was in the Polygon network on my MetaMask mobile. Idiot. Now I'm on the Ethereum network. Silly noob. Idiot.
You silly banana.
I remember my first metaverse experience.
Goodness.
Stupid. You can't use Bitcoin in Decentraland. Get out of here.
Wait, you can't? No,
Okay, where'd it
shit.
go? Where'd it go?
Is there a
Uh-oh.
Bitcoin metaverse?
Do not believe so.
Okay.
Hello, 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 hello.
Can you hear her talking? Or is it
Through your
echoing?
mic. It's through your mic.
Not my mic. Okay, and what if I...
There
Let me
we
see.
go. Smart people stuff. There we go. Cool.
And what if I mute it? Did you hear that?
You're displaying your whole screen, so it's not displaying the audio from the screen.
Yeah, you have to select the specific application
Oh.
instead of full screen whenever you go to change windows.
Oh.
And I
Yeah.
have noticed when you do share the Windows Media Player, it is kind of choppy in Discord, but that's like, you shouldn't have to worry about that.
Oh, so this might be choppy anyways. Well, I just don't want it echoing.
Hello, hello, hello.
So today I'm
Yeah,
going to
now
show
we
you
hear
how
it.
we can bake and show you a few things about how baking helps with adding some more detail because I don't know what you know about baking.
I know
So
a
I'm
lot
just
about
gonna
baking.
start from the beginning and just assume that you know nothing because assuming that you know nothing is just easier from my end. So what I'm going to do is I've added a noise texture and I'm just plugging the color into the base color. And as you can see, we have a pretty little pattern. Now, because this is a math node, this won't export out. So we have to make it into a texture. So what I do is I add a new texture. I'm just going to call it like blob 2. And then I go into my render properties and I change my cycles, my render engine from Eevee to cycles because mine is set to Eevee normally. What I do is I set my render sampling. So you know your bits and bobs. So like when you render an image, your samples are like, oh, I don't really know how to explain it. You want to make sure that it's set to like a decent amount. I don't know how much you know about sampling, but it's the same. It like renders the image, your texture, the same as it would render a scene, if that makes sense. So you want to set it kind of like similarly to that. So I have mine at about 100 for just this, and actually I'm gonna limit it to 20 seconds. What I do now is I scroll down to bake. It should be on combined. You want to change combined to diffuse. I take off direct and indirect, and as you can see, I've just got color. So all you are influencing is the color. You are baking the base color. That is it. So if I wanted to bake these other things, that would be like combined. But right now, I'm just baking the color. So I click on the image that I've made and then I press bake. So this is really helpful when you're making like nodes and you have like really fancy node setup and you just want to bake the color out. So as you can see, we have a really pretty texture and now we can export that out. Like I can plug this in here and maybe I can't. And I can plug this in here and I can take that out. Like that works as a thing. Now, as you've noticed, this doesn't have any shadows or anything on, and you can add shadows because if you wanted to export something out and you wanted to save like an engine time in a scene, so you wanted to export shadows, it saves so much like engine power or whatever it is by baking in shadows. It's just faster and like better. I don't really know how to explain it, but they do it in the games industry. It's just easier. So what you do is you set up lighting, which I've already done. So I've set up this fancy lighting here, and I've got a bit of yellow and a bit of blue. And what I'm just going to do is I'm going to just duplicate this, delete that. Oh, that's not delete. Delete this and add a new. I'm going to call it blob 3, right? And what you want to do is make sure when you've added these lights in, you want them rendered. So don't have the renders turned off, you want them turned on. If it's turned off, it won't render it because you are rendering when you're baking, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on here and I'm going to turn on my direct and my indirect lighting, and then I'm going to bake on this new one. You want to make sure you're clicked on it because the one you're clicked on is baking onto it. So I press bake and it'll take a little bit of time.
Yeah, this right here
and it's
changed
done.
my
As you
entire
can
wearable
see,
game.
we have the lighting and the thingy baked all on. So just to show you, if I plug this in, it's now faked the lighting bake, right? So if you want to see exactly what it looks like with no influence from the world, so none of this lighting, go into solid mode, change your lighting to flat, change your color to texture, and whatever is plugged in or whatever you're clicked on will show. So as you can see, this has no influence of lighting. Like if I move this, there's nothing there. If I plug this one on, you'll see like there's no lighting influence. So this is really helpful when I'm baking or when I'm texturing and I want to see what it's looking like. So as you can see, it's got the shading and all the details like done. So let's say I had a cube, another cube, right? So if I just hide my first cube, and I have this second cube, and I'm just going to delete that. I'm going to add a new material, and I'm going to unwrap my cube a bit more. So I'm going to make it like a bit more, I don't know, just something different.
Marking seams is super important for this.
I know what you want to call it, UV.
A lot of times
This is
my
the difference
bakes weren't
between
coming out
UV
right
and
because the seams were not set correctly.
So what I'm doing is I'm just going to turn off the lights because that doesn't really matter. What you want to do is if you're baking this, so I want to bake this onto my white cube, so the cube that is there. So you want them both on and you want them both in the exact same position, right? So as you can see, mine's like in the exact same position. So what you want to do is you want to click on your colored one, so the one that has all the color, which is this one for me. And then I want to click on the cube 001, and I want to actually add an image texture in. Sorry, I should have explained that. I'm just going to call this like bake 2, okay? So I know that I'm baking 2. So you want to click on your first one that you're taking the color from, and then you're going to control click on the other one that you're going to put the color onto, okay? So it's going to have a completely different UV map. What we're going to do is we're going to go into the render properties. We're going to scroll down to bake, and we're going to go into selected to active, and we're going to select that, and we're going to just open it up, and you've got extrusion and ray max distance. Sometimes I change my ray max to about 0.3ish. Extrusion I'll leave, sometimes I'll fiddle with it. I really don't know how to explain it. It's kind of hard to explain, but for the most part just leave it at 0 and see if it works. So you want to click on your normal one, the one that you started with, the colored one, and then your new one, the one you're baking it to. And you'll see here that it's definitely this one because it's like selected. You want to make sure it's selected because you're baking it to that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take off direct and indirect because I don't want to bake the lighting again. I just want to bake the color of the original cube that we had, so this. And I'm going to press bake. I hope this is like easy to understand. I really don't know how to explain it. And as you can see, it's baked. Like it's remapped itself onto the new UV. So if I hide the old cube and I click on the new cube, sorry, and I plug that in, you can see it's all there. You can see there's a few stretches and stuff, and that just happens because of the UV. Like the UV is a bit fucked up, but that's how you'd move something from like a high poly to a low poly. So if I had this like subdivide, subdivide, and then like unwrap this, okay, and then I did the exact same thing and I baked it, right? Let me just unplug this. So I'm selecting it to bake onto that one. My high poly, I should have selected it from my high poly to my low poly, but you can bake from low poly to high poly and high poly to low poly, as you can see. And it works. I don't know how else to explain it, but I'm gonna try and find some other stuff like in Decentraland, some wearables that I've made to show you how you can keep using baking in this kind of instance.
There's some other videos, but it was the first half of this video that really taught me how to bake. The second half of the video, she kind of goes and shows off a little bit on how to transfer, like how to rebake from one mesh to another one, which is pretty cool. But yeah, the second half of that video is totally showing off. It was the first half that went over the baking. But yeah, that's all I got.
Thanks for sharing that. Sorry.
Yeah,
thanks
for sure. Yeah, so that helped me reduce the seams, like on the sides. You could kind of see where the front ends and the beginning, starts. And yeah, so baking kind of eliminates that. And then also really baking lighting on produces like these really nice shadows and gradients, and makes it look a lot more realistic.
I'm resetting my ledger right now.
Oh, Brandon. You're on your last try.
Oh, that happened already. I'm on the resetting thing now.
So we good. So we good.
We're chilling. We're chilling.
We chilling. That's good.
Processing.
Processing.
Device
Processing.
is ready. Go to the dashboard. We're in, boys.
Go to the dashboard. Send Mew all your crypto. He will hold it. Mew will be.
Wait, did you get your pin right?
No.
No.
So what happened?
Damn.
It just makes you reset with your recovery phrase.
Ooh.
So you. Oh.
That's what I was
Okay,
doing.
so you still have all your shit. It's the same
Oh
wallet.
yeah. All good.
Okay.
All good. All good. It's
That's
just-
so weird.
Yeah, it
First-
just makes you go through the whole recovery phrase, like one letter at a time, and then.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Tamagotchi selection mode. Wow.
Oh my god, chief selection.
Yep.
All right, 13. You got any smart shit you want to present to the class?
No.
Who's doing drugs?
Did I hear the D word?
Doll sack? Yeah. Did. What?
I need to get some. I have a friend that lives in Mexico.
Oh
and
yeah?
That's like an hour journey for me. But it's usually really busy, and it'd be like a 2-hour wait at the border. And I'd have to be home. I have to be leaving at like 5 anyway. So it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna stay home. So that's why I'm here. And now I'm hungry.
Now you're hungry? You know what? I'm pretty hungry myself.
Mighty unfortunate. Whoa.
You heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wha-
Big Bang.
Transformer blow? You still got power, so
Yeah, right. So I live in the middle of nowhere. Next to like this quarry mine or some shit like that. So like on a weekly basis, I'll like either be sleeping or be chilling, and then my house just fucking shakes from. One time I was like standing outside while they like let it out, and it was crazy what you heard. It was like you felt the rumbling, and then the noise came.
I feel like it's from micro fractures. They're causing micro because of their explosions. I feel like they're exploding on like a fault line, and that's like causing a ripple effect of like the Earth, like, ow.
That's most definitely it. We're breaking the earth.
Those bastards. Nice ass.
Thanks.
Not you.
Ah,
I'm working on it, man. Like, do you
There-
see that bullshit back there?
bro,
That's what we have to work with.
bro,
Like,
what
what
kind
is
of
this?
what kind of little boy ass is that though? We need more
So
donk.
yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure. Like, I've been trying to map some different triangle effects
I
to
think I
try
made
to kind of
pants at one
make it
point.
make it pop.
Here, let me see if I
Pop.
can.
But
Gotta also make sure you don't look like one of those spatial sloths.
What?
I call them spatial sloths. The Ready Player Me avatars, they look like
With the
fucking
giant
sloths.
feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have like giant feet, long ass legs, and like their crotch area is like this big.
Uh,
The way they move too.
Yeah, yeah.
Why they move and it's just in spatial, it's just so weird too.
Oh, this one looks
Yeah.
like he's wearing a diaper. It's not good. Bad. Never mind.
I'm gonna hop out of here. My allergies are kicking my ass. I think I'm gonna lay down.
all right, bud.
Yes, nap time.
Feel better.
I'll talk to you guys soon.
See you later.
Deuces.
Yeah, almost.
Now you have me going back and looking at all these little random Blender files that I have on my computer where I made pants and I'm like, does the butt look bad?
Just random shit.
Making you rethink the male donk.
No, no, I don't really care about that part. I want to know female butt though. See, this one looks like I changed it a little.
We need male donks. That's what we need. Always and
Documented.
forever.
clipping butts. They're gonna be clipping butts.
They're gonna be clipping butts. Oh.
Yeah. Well, not with everything, but with anything that kind of goes below the waist.
I feel like I kind of did this one a little bit. It looks pretty good. I think so.
Got a nice ass there, 13.
Thanks, man.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely much less pointy.
But I think I fucked up these points right here. It looks like I got frustrated and closed this.
Sharing something, Em?
I am.
Ooh,
Oh, I
looks
wasn't
like
looking at hers. I was looking at specimens.
Oh,
you.
what am I sharing?
Okay, there you go. We got some female donk here, or
Yeah,
going to be donk. Ooh,
it's kind of good, right?
it's getting there for sure. What?
It's too pointy. It needs more cuts.
Let's see. Places to draw inspiration from. Like, is it going to be kind of a dress, or is it going to be pants?
I don't know. This looks like it was.
You know
gonna
what
be
it
pants.
is, Em? It's
Uh,
you've got donk that's man ass that is flexed. So you've got the inside concave on the outside.
Yeah,
So
look at those thighs.
if you bring the outside of the chink
Mm-hmm.
out a little bit, that'll bring the plumpness that we need. Yeah,
Right
like
here,
there.
right?
Like add another vertex in between there and the outside of the chink, like around there. Add
here.
3 dots right there and move those out, and I feel like that'll give us the plump that we.
So this looks like a pair of pants that I made before I knew how to make cuts. I didn't know that I could like put a cut somewhere. And I don't know if I could tell you that I remember even how to do it.
That's got nice
Nice
length.
tool.
We
Okay.
need more juice.
Yeah, exactly. Like because like it's not just ass; it's supposed to be ass and thighs
And hips.
and hips. Exactly. It's a combination.
Ass and
Can you send this donk over to 13?
This one? Okay, I put the cuts in. Now what do I do?
I would press 7 on your keypad. Do you have a keypad?
Yeah.
Press G and Shift, and just bring them out. And then that center one out a little bit more individually.
And when I grab stuff, I like to GX or GY and lock it to an axis first.
Yeah.
Okay, you push 7, grab, shift.
Look at that cheek, boys. Then you kind of just
Oh,
you have a basic outline right there, and you just fill in the rest. But
I'm burning purple flowers.
getting cheeks.
Those cheeks gave me asthma attack. Oh,
Wow.
welcome to FAFO M, where we fuck around and find out.
I get it now. Who's
It
dog?
all makes
That's my
sense.
doggy. I'll be back.
Oh, what a cutie.
What's doggy friend or doggy name? Let's interview him.
Mhm. That's what I was trying to figure out how to do, but I don't know if
Yeah, there you
it's
go. Yeah, if you press Y or X after, then it locks it to that axis. And the reason that's important is because it could look like from the right view that you're doing what you think you're doing, and then you go into a different view and you're like moving it into a different direction at the same time.
No, I know. And I just get confused sometimes because there's like it's 3-dimensional and I'm not sure which one I'm supposed to pull at the moment.
Well, at least you have a mouse.
Yeah, and this really cool little mouse pad now.
Yeah, I'm about that trackpad life.
He.
I don't know how you do
No.
that.
Okay. We got looping and my colleague. God, I love quick reply on emails. Looping in my colleague. Sounds great. Just like press button, send.
Sin, what do you do for work?
This.
Oh.
St currently sit in front of a camera with a joint. No, I'm kidding.
He may be kidding, but that's actually kind of true.
It's still what's happening.
It's
Yeah.
still it's
Cheers.
happening. Yes, cheers. Cheers to drugs. Anyone watching? Kids, drugs are bad.
Drugs betting guy.
Drugs are bad until you're about 20, and you can use them responsibly. You can play
Yeah.
around for a little bit in your mid 20s, but be safe with it. But you're good besides that.
I mean, that's kind of a fair assessment.
That's a drug PSA from Uncle Brandon.
But
Brandon
if
Tin,
you
wish your vodka.
No.
No, after you turn 21, Brandon 10, wish your vodka.
Brandon, you're at a middle school. You can't be dropping those codes, man.
Do you want these kids to end up on the street or end up in college? The substances matter.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Subsequently, you can go to college and end up on the street, though.
Yeah, and there's also drugs in college.
And yes,
You just gotta know which ones to do when.
that's very true. Gotta be responsible. Remember.
One time I was at McDonald's and there was like these middle school age kids. Like one of them was like, "Yeah, I'm about to go sneak in and get some fucking like codeine and get some cough syrup so we can, you know, whatever the word is for when you do that." And I like looked at him. I'm like, "Hey kid, come here." And I pulled him up. I'm like, "You see that guy on the street right there? He got into opioids. You know what opioids are?" And he's like, "No." And I'm like, "You ever taken any medicine that's like kind of crazy? It's like meth. That's opioids. You know what's in that cough syrup shit?
Codeine. Codeine got it.
He was like, I was just kidding. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Do natural shit and get out of here.
Go smoke some weed, you fucking loser.
Don't do drugs to wait a little few years, but don't get into opioids.
Yeah. Whatever you do, that one's a no.
So I hope later in his life when he's at the party, he's like, wait, that guy McDonald's. He was telling me something about this.
Yeah. When the fucking needle's getting passed around or some shit, it's like it's a flashback from Uncle Brandon. It's like, oh, like no, I shouldn't do
No
this.
opioids. And I just fade away. I'm like, Mufasa, is that his name?
Ooh, what is this? Opioids.
No.
No thanks.
You're gonna
Yes,
hate
best
it,
friend,
dude.
that's ultra booty.
Huh?
Damn.
That's some ass.
Specimen screen.
What do you think?
Amazing.
So like
that's some ass, and the thigh size is bigger too. Like the whole overarching leg structure is bigger, but the top of the waist where it should connect to other wearables should be about the same. And it's got some donk to it.
and it's got some dunk to it. Let's take.
But it does need like, I mean,
Where is the dunk?
Gary.
A
Gary.
package list. Yeah.
Gary Bonjour Mew.
Mitchie does it.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, he stuffs the front a little bit on
That's
his
funny.
shoes.
That's fucking
Adds
awesome.
little cockage.
You got to. You can't just like add a crater or anything like that.
Yeah, I want to say the weed suits that he did back in the day had them, the Candy Girl ones.
I remember that. Holy shit. That was one of the factors in me buying it is, hey, this guy's got nice junk. He deserves it.
I'm just gonna throw this out there. Dr. Drip's saggy pants are like my favorite pants ever.
Dude, me too. I
Like-
want to make new ones already.
Like okay, just like a very different variation of it, or
No, we need something fresh because it's a good cut, but like we need something fresh.
but like you just did such a good job with the wrinkles, like going down like in the middle, like in the knees, around the knees.
That's so funny because I look at it and I see all the mistakes. I'm like, oh man, it's messed up. How does anyone wear these? But then you put them on in game and like, it's pretty dope.
They look fresh as fuck. Like they look very well with my unique hoodie.
Yep, same.
Yeah, those pants are great. You don't give yourself enough credit.
That's the thing about like the creator. The creator is always gonna be like, yeah, but I could have done this so much better. And then like like the buyer is just like, oh my god, I love these. These are the best ever.
Wait, why is that not filling?
Just gotta add water.
Canvas. Wait, what is it? What is the fucking thing?
Telling you, just add water.
Mm-hmm.
Face orient. There is no face there, and I can't put a face there for some
Well,
reason.
what the fuck?
What is going on?
I feel so much better that my ledger's like good. I was,
Phil, nothing's happening.
it's only worth
Oh wait,
$45.
I see.
Needs a quick little Alt N.
Shit, wrong button. What did I do?
I think you can press Z, like Z2 or something.
That's what I did. Bleep.
Nice.
Okay. I mean, that's some ass, right?
Yeah. Yeah, looks great. I mean, unless you just want to keep subdividing and get some of the other pointy parts out, but I mean, how far would you go? That looks really good. Plus, once it's textured, I feel like you won't see any pointiness.
It doesn't look half bad. I mean, it does kind of look. I mean, in most cases, it doesn't look very pointy.
Right. No, and yeah, like I said, once it's textured, you won't even be able to tell.
Like that's yeah. All right, so that's the male. That's the male. Right,
God
so
damn, the male's got some dunk.
I mean, all right, here you go. And we'll do
Oh my god.
and we'll turn off the what the fuck was it? Where the fuck is it? There we go. Wait, why the fuck is it still like that?
I think it needs to have the material set right, maybe. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
I don't fucking know. Maybe it's outside the parameters of the actual image file, like the
Oh, the
image
UV
texture.
map.
Where the
Yeah.
UV map. There we go. See, I kind of know what I'm talking about, but I definitely don't know what to say sometimes.
Yeah.
Sounds
Well,
like
you look good moving around.
Yeah, you definitely look
That's
like you know the program.
that's because Jake helped me a lot with fucking hotkeys and shit. So I have him
Nice.
to thank for a lot of my um, smoothness, I guess. So, yeah.
it's like my trading knowledge. Like it's like nothing formal. It's like ghetto as shit. I kind of know what I'm talking about. But do I know what this word means?
Oh, I think I see. Yeah, it's set to avatar skin on the right side, I believe. So probably by selecting that little patch that's miscolored and then changing it to whatever the other material is.
Oh, are we up swinging? Is this the development of a big green dildo?
Show me.
Yeah. So highlight on the right panel. Highlight just that gray. Yeah, all that junk. And then on the right side. Oh wait. Oh, okay.
It's
I
all
see.
fucked
Yeah,
up.
you're
Yeah.
right. You're right. Yeah.
Okay, so if I do, how the fuck do I select all these here? Just that?
Yeah, you should be able to click and drag over it, I think. Where's your tools, actually? That's okay. There you go.
Okay, fixed it. There was a
Looking good.
vertice out of place. No big deal. All right, well, there we go. And then fucking shit. There we go. Okay, so I want to export this to here.
Cooking my nails did today too.
You're gonna go get your nails did?
Dude, check this out.
I'm so
Jealous.
jealous. I wanna go. I can't see you, Brendan Menace. You're loading.
I see him.
I mean, I'm sharing my screen. That's where the juice is.
I really think that the weekend pimp should be coming soon.
What? The who?
The
The
weekend
weekend
pimp.
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 I don't get it.
Pump.
Yes.
It's
Pimp.
a crypto term for selling cryptocurrencies. They weekend pump.
The
Oh.
weekend
The
pump.
weekend pimp.
Yeah, these are my nails that I used to get.
Well, how was I supposed to know that?
Who does?
I'm here for you.
Yeah.
We
Brandon's
are
here as a translator, okay?
Brandon fills
That's
this
a-
in.
Yeah, exactly.
So I get my nails done based off my tattoos. So I like match them.
kinda hot.
I mean, that would be so cool. But I still can't see your screen.
What the fuck?
I mean, Brandon fixed that shit.
How about now?
Here and now.
No, now you're gone.
Oh shit.
Now you gone.
Gone.
It do be like that sometimes.
Okay, so this is just like oh shit.
How about now?
There we go.
Nope. Doc, is it working for you?
Yeah, I'm watching all of it. Yeah, I'm watching all of it. I know what his nails and his tattoos are, and I've got the map to
Good.
the treasure in the bottom of the ocean.
I'm gonna leave and come back. Maybe it's
Okay, so if you
He tattooed Prison Break on him.
if you go up, are you on desktop? I assume. Yes. Okay. Yeah. So the more option, where all the peoples are, kind of thing. If you select productivity, you show like non-video participants, and it'll bring up everybody basically, and then you click the little people button or the I button on his little tab thing. I know I'm not actually showing it, so
Oh no.
I'm just hoping you followed along through that, tangled web of
Words.
words. Words mean things.
Things mean words.
Hell yeah. That's what's up.
Deep.
There's a possum.
Awesome.
There's another possum. Possibly the same possum.
It is
Awesome.
the same possum.
A third possum.
We got M like
Subsequently, possibly also the same.
It is the
Possum.
same possum. It is a story of a possum.
Story about a possum. Nice. That's a bong.
That's a drink.
That's a bong drink. A drinkable bong.
We lost down. Man down. I was really drunk in these.
What is this?
Okay. So
Oh yeah. What is
okay.
sorry.
Back to other things. So if
Back
I
to
were
you,
to
13.
bring import GLTF Download space mail. Okay.
Hey, the Grom.
Where'd it go? GX.
Oh my gosh, I can see things. Hey, look at you.
Is that you? Can you? Are you here?
I'm here. I can see.
Tattoos.
Woo!
Yes.
Gosh, I love those. Was that a possum? It's kind of cute.
Mhm.
That one's not cute.
It's the same puzzle.
It was cuter before.
That one's not as cute.
13 just did a whole thing about that too.
Oh, it's fucking.
Oh shit.
There's possum in my dad's yard, and it's really scary.
That's where that fits.
Doc does little wheelies like that too.
That'd be me on the scooter. So this is Ocean Beach, and there's like always squads of like motorcycles or bikes or scooters or one wheels, and they all just squat up and drive around.
Sounds like Atlanta.
Atlanta.
So that's within
Miami too.
however fucking many that is. That's
Some of the funniest shit I've seen in Miami, like in the most recent years, was I think I was like passing by Hialeah, and I just see like a squad of fucking four-wheelers and dirt bikes just like skirt like through the fucking like intersection and shit. And then the last kid fucking over skirted into the bush and fucking ate shit. His bike
He was
fucking
like,
flipped and shit. Yeah. Yeah, and then him and his homeboy get back up, fucking get on the bike and start riding away. I was like, damn.
okay. So it is, if I'm not wrong, within about 1,000th of a meter difference in location.
That determines dunk from not dunk.
Within waist size. Okay, so that means basically your upper body wearable may slightly hang over the edge, but most of ours kind of do. So it'll just kind of be like I'll have to fix. I may have to fix that just for like the female body to be exactly, because a lot of like close cut will be over a little bit more, so I'll just have to make sure that that's not too bad. But I think the male should be okay for this. We'll see. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, and I'll fix it later. Okay, so now I want to scale in Z. Nope, it's just C. Nope, that's okay. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna grab and Z just to meet that line there for now, and then we're gonna at that point scale to C.
Why are memory cards so tiny? Yes. Ah, I hit my funny bone. No.
You're welcome.
There's so many
That's the best part
emotions
about
at
Buddy Bone.
once. Holy shit.
Okay, so let's see.
Dope.
I scale to X. How big? How thick does that make that? Let's see. Hmm.
And
Boop-a-da-boom.
you sent me into ad.
Okay, so upper body and then
eBay Motors has the right parts at the right prices. Hey, Dave? Yep. Wait. All those new wipers. They're small. For parts that fit your vehicle, look for the green check. That's right.
The IRS is accepting
that's the only
returns.
issue.
File with confidence. Free with TurboTax Live. Get live
TurboTax
help from
Live.
tax experts. Plus, get a final review.
It looks like it just needs to
$0
shift
file.
forward a bit. So we're gonna
Forget how
G,
sensitive this mic is.
Y.
Same.
It's like I have the fucking studio mic over here, and this thing is like not that sensitive. Not as sensitive. Unless I
Oh,
want
it's
to
just
make it do some ASMR, I'll fucking like bring that bitch in and like start
like
going like
a gain knob or no?
a gain knob.
Gain knob.
Hey, you hear what you want to hear.
I didn't know knobs had that choice.
Oh shit.
Today we're doing sinful meat sticks. Hey, how
Right.
is it? And
I
today we're
wasn't,
doing
yeah, I
ASMR.
wasn't sure you could just go to Amazon and select the. Nope, that's
right
new to
on
me.
right there. No, a gain knob. Do you have one of those on there?
I have a whole interface over here that I can like turn up the gain on. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. Do you know what that does?
It'll make it more kind of loudish in a way, or
Turns up the sensitivity.
and also in the back of this head in the back of this microphone there's also like different settings. I believe that also like are kind of like amplify gain maybe.
Yeah. If you
Whoa.
turn up the game, we hear more. Like whenever you hear me typing a lot, I have to turn down my gain knob. Gain knob.
I learned something today.
What the fuck? Why are there so many?
It's because the little gate, dude. My Discord's taking a shit, bro.
That was too funny.
I'm gonna
Sir,
go back in and merge all these vertices because
sir,
sometimes multiples get sir who.
you look like you've been eating KFC for the last 15 years. You got a big donk.
It's a true story.
You got the fat cholesterol.
Okay, so let's go here.
Good kind.
When I was in high school and I
Oh
used
my
to walk
God.
home from school, there was a KFC in the city I lived in. And I would always go and get a small mashed potatoes and walk home and eat my small mashed potatoes.
Oh,
The mashed
Let's
potatoes.
go.
the mashed potato bowls.
They're just my
Heavy.
fave.
My distance. Fuck,
Like,
what
like
was the-
just affordable, filling, delicious.
I also had to walk like 2 miles.
Holy shit. Okay, you needed the energy from that bowl.
This was before I had a car. Like the 2 years of high school, I didn't have.
They got a scooter, bro.
There were hills, and I didn't want to eat shit.
I should have fixed everything.
Oh, the hills.
So now I want to see this.
I, as Florida man, rarely see hills.
Okay, so if it's there, I'm gonna go here.
Doc gave me this giant mouse pad that's Pokemon for my desk, and I'm so excited.
Oh, a giant Pokemon mouse pad? I'm so fucking jealous.
You should be. It's cute as fuck.
It's a disc mat from like a premium box.
I'm so jelly.
I'll show you a premium box.
I think technically they call it a play mat, but it's a desk mat. It's like a giant mouse pad.
Playmat, playmat. I like that better.
Okay, so now we're gonna go in here and do some stuff. Merge at last. Wait. Yes. Why didn't you merge it last? Why don't you do this for me? Is it too far to merge it? That shouldn't be a thing, right? Wait. Let's do this. This.
Okay.
And then switch to here and then try this shit. Nope, it still didn't fucking work. What the hell?
I think I'm gonna go to MetaZoo tonight.
I mean, it's been working a lot better recently. Like, I don't crash as much over there.
Oh, I never crash there, but I always run it on medium. I only switch to ultra when I'm taking a picture.
Mm. Yes. We riding out to MetaZoo.
Oh, that's because it doesn't need to merge. That's why. I'm silly. Okay.
So cold outside, but our dog wants to sit outside on the patio and she gets mad when we shut the door.
What an asshole.
She's not an asshole though. She's an angel.
What an
Love
adopted
her.
asshole, bro. God.
she's pretty bratty. It's because she knows we love her so much. Like my old mouse was this little MX Master 3S whatever. It's like the one that has the scrolly bar on the side for the thumb.
Oh,
Because I
fancy.
work in like Excel sheets a lot, so it's ideal to like be able to scroll in all the ways. And I got this new one, which is supposed to be like the new version of the mouse. But the scrolly thing is like slightly in a different spot than the old one. And it's like really hard to use. I'm super sad about it. It seems like such a silly thing that caused such a huge inconvenience.
I used to rock those thumb ball mouses.
Oh, I think I still have one of those in the drawer.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Well, fuck. What we call those? Trackball mouse? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to use one of those for a long time. Wait. Is there another? What the fuck happened? That's weird. Let's get rid of you. And then we're gonna do. We're gonna fill that. We're gonna fill that. Take that one. I'm gonna fill that. Okay. And then we're gonna go back to what we were doing. Wait, what is fucking going on here? Oh, okay. I see. Mhm. Okay, I think that fixed it. Now it might not look so funky as well.
One of those situations where it might be useful to lock in X and Y. GX and then GY. It's not like floating away on the Z axis.
Shit. What do I gotta do? I gotta bring it back. Is it that one? Is that what the fuck I was trying to do? Whoa. What did I just do? That's not what I wanted to do. There we go. Wait. What? Oh, I see. That's interesting. There I am. Also, one thing, if you're zoomed in this fucking close, putting vertices basically right on fucking top of each other, if you hold shift while you move your mouse, it moves it at a even smaller of an increment. So you can do minute changes. Just for anybody that didn't know that yet. Because I found this out a few days ago.
If you click the camera angle on the right, yeah, snapping your line it up perfect. So like if you see the blue Z on the right side and the green Y. You're moving it along other axes while you're adjusting it. So yeah, so if you click the green Y on the top right corner of that pane.
If I'm here, all I'm doing is moving it on this plane.
Okay, and you locked it into X-axis. You did G and then X.
Well, if I'm from the top down view, it'll only move it in either Y or X. So I'm dragging it along both the Y and X at the same time.
Gotcha. I noticed.
Getting into this spot.
I noticed you weren't always on that with that Z locked in.
No, not always.
View. Okay.
You don't necessarily have to be if you're in the specific view. Like if I were to go off this slightly, it would do it on a different axis. But if I just press 7 and I have an actual top-down view, it'll only move it along the Y and the X axis. It'll never move it along the Z.
Okay.
If you just G it and move it, kind of thing. Where does it update that at, though? Oh, yeah. So right here on the bottom left in the move category, the Z doesn't change. It stays at 0 the whole time. That's where you can see that it's just making those minute changes to the X and the Y.
Nice.
Okay,
and then I want to say I don't use this very much, but I know that there's a way to turn on magnetic vertices on the right corner somewhere above that XYZ area. I know Doki used it a lot. And I think that would solve a lot of this, but again, I haven't used it very much.
Well, I'm learning appreciation for that tool right now.
Yeah.
So while we were in the Marine Corps, we had this little course that I went and did for it's called the actual title is coxswain. So basically what coxswain means is a small boat's handler kind of thing. And so they put you out, you're in the boat with like 7 other people and you think it wouldn't be that bad, right? But they call it Engine Appreciation Day, and they pick the worst day that the surf has, like projected for that particular time period. So the conditions are absolutely fucking horrendous, right? And they don't let you have the engine on the back, so it's weighing it down a bit, you know. But you get to use it on the way back. But the way you earn to be able to use it on the way back is you and those 7 other dudes have to paddle your way all the way out of the surf, which the surf is fucking forever till you get to actual calm water, and it is just fucking awful as far as conditions go. Let's see, we're gonna do that. Let's see. And then we're also going to export this as
Okay, I got it figured out. I can show you. Just don't be mad.
how? And then I gotta go.
Okay, yeah, instead of sharing my screen, I'll just point to yours. It's a small icon in the very top middle of your screen. It looks like a horseshoe. It's actually a magnet. Yeah, you click that, but then to the right, you click the down arrow after you turn it on, and you click vertex. That'll do it. Then you just move your vertex, and it'll snap to the closest one.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So click
Okay.
vertex, and then toggle on that little magnet, and you can turn it off when you're done, and just toggle it on and off as you need it. But yeah, now when you move one close enough, it should snap right to it. I feel like I should have said something sooner, but I wasn't really thinking. Yeah, I wasn't thinking.
That's beautiful. I like that tool. Well, I learned appreciation for that tool. I got to use the bare bones way of doing it, and hey, I'm here now.
Much time.
You passed the test.
Thanks, man.
Spent so much time. Bro.
Right?
I hate Blender.
God damn
Sorry,
it.
guys.
Hey, thanks, Drip.
You're the best, Drip.
Alright.
Dude, it's
That's fucking
Doki. It's all
dope.
Doki. Doki taught me that one too. I wouldn't know shit if it weren't for Doki. Honestly,
Damn it, Doki.
it's all Dr. Doki.
After I'm
Nice, it's
done,
free.
I got it. Thanks, man.
Holy shit.
Hey, I appreciate you testing me like that, though.
You know what's crazy? If you commit like minimum 2 weeks into Blender in the right areas, you can literally make money
That's
in cryptocurrency in Decentraland.
kind of what I'm trying to
That
do.
blows my mind.
No, so you know the merge by distance trick, how it fixes all those vertices coming disconnected? Yeah, in the beginning, me and Mr. W did not know that, and we were together on JTV's stream, and I was trying to help Mr. W, you know, find shortcuts, and neither of us knew about that trick, so we were just sitting there for like over an hour just tinkering with this. Oh, we felt like such idiots once we learned that.
So kind of like me right now.
Yeah, this is the exact moment you were.
This is me and Brandon having this like wow, holy fuck, right? Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, don't forget to turn it off though.
Yeah,
Otherwise, you'll be like, "Why is this shit all messed up?"
Why is this doing it? Yeah. All right, I gotta head down the road for a bit. I'll be back. It's been
Alrighty.
fun.
Be safe.
See you later.
Later, 13.
Deuces.
All right, who's up for throwing up smart people stuff on the screen?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Trying to find some food to eat.
I'm not doing smart. I mean, I am doing smart people things, but you can't look at my smart people things. So.
A simple reminder that Roomway is using the stream tonight.
Yep. 8 p.m. right?
6 p.m. Pacific time, so that's
Pacific,
what,
that's
9 p.m.
9.
Eastern.
Yep, 9. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go to MetaZoo, and then I'm gonna sneak over to Seed, and then I'm gonna hit up Roomway, and then I might end up back at Seed because they go on late. So
Yeah,
Works
Seed
for me.
goes on late, which is great. I love that.
yeah, it's nice having a place to unwind to that like kind of stays popping. That doesn't fully AFK.
Yeah, yep, lots of friends there. I've been thinking about just like trying to it just kills my time with being there, but trying to go other places and being like, yo, you guys want to listen to some music? Like, you know,
Yeah.
preach the good word of Seed in Genesis Plaza or something.
Billy?
But then I wouldn't be there. You are the star of the show, that's we see you on stream.
Yeah. There I am.
That's a lot of fuel.
Yeah, how do I get so much fuel?
This just in, Roomway team is fucking hacking the mainframe.
I'm not on the Roomway team. I am a supporter of.
Even juicier of a headline. Let's get it. That's crazy. So like my Decentraland birthday is January 6th, and it's wild to me that I was a journalism student at that time, and we were in a Zoom call from like 6 a.m. till like 11 p.m. because we were just pounding out stories of the fucking insurrection. But at the same time, I was apparently like in Decentraland just chilling. And that's wild.
A whole new planet, bro. Perhaps this might be a good time to end stream then. Let's see. Oh, we have someone. A new follower.
Yeah, we're all Decentraland people. Yeah. I just hopped off.
Oh. Hey, Hattie. Yes, we are all Decentraland peeps. We're just chilling, like my friend Brandon just said, right next to me. I think this direction.
Other direction.
Other
is it?
direction. No. Wait. Let me let the video catch up. Other direction. Yeah, you're right. This way. Hi. So yeah.
Eddie has you with Decentraland. Are you with Decentraland?
Yeah, where you at? Are you in Genesis Plaza? I'm right here chilling.
You want some NFTs? You want some
NFT wearable giveaway?
you want some keys?
How do I make money?
You. My mom's calling me. I gotta go.
My ride's here.
Yeah, I got
Alright.
it.
Oh, that was great. Checking in that.
Where's the meme? Oh, you guys got paid?
You guys are getting paid. All right, Hattie. I'm gonna be real with you. You can make money on Decentraland, but if you're there in Decentraland to make money, you're not gonna have a good time. Just think of Decentraland as like the Club Penguin or the IMVU of Web3. And if you can go there and make friends and network, there is possibility for you to possibly join teams or meet that person that like change your life in some weird way. So don't go into Decentraland and wanting to make money unless you can fucking play poker law. Like, dude, if you can play poker, you might make like $5 a day.
Hey, it's 8, okay?
There was a pump. There's a pump I would like to report.
The ice pump.
Pamp. Speaking of pimps, where the fuck is mana at? Where's the pump at? Like, what the fuck? Starting to get
Yeah,
nervous
Matic
here.
is up a little bit.
Matic pumped? I know that mana is like, you know, making its way up to 79 here. Like, yeah, sure, it's better now than it was like 3 hours ago, but
It looks like. Have fun. We love you. Welcome. Come visit a party.
yeah. What time is Metazoo?
4 p.m. Pacific time, so that's almost an hour
7:15.
actually.
Hour 14.
Yeah. Coming up.
Is it earlier this week?
No.
It's always at that time?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And then Seed starts an hour later, and then Roomway 1 hour after that. But yeah, MetaZoo week after week always has the best music.
Alright. Go. Do productive things and eat food.
Food exists.
Cheers. I'm gonna take a hit before I go.
Bro, you can take a hit without me? What the fuck, dude? Catching me off guard. Now I gotta
Give
roll
you
up.
a warning. Look, you can.
You're gonna be fucking gone by the time I'm done here.
You don't gotta. You need a pipe. You need some tactical fucking like.
Pipe? You know what happens to every single pipe I fucking lay hands on? They turn into a million pieces.
I'm gonna give you a pipe, and you're gonna have to cherish it and take care of it.
Yeah. You know what? I've had those. Like, I do cherish it, and I feel so bad when I break them.
I'm gonna get sent one of those silicone ones. Fucking, he's gonna drop it. It's gonna bounce around everywhere.
Oh, thank God. Only thing that breaks is like probably like whatever glass bowl you put into it, or glass filter.
Chrome bowl.
Yes.
You a bubbler, bro. One of those like.
But what do you know? I got to take a hit with you. I rolled it that fast because I'm just that guy, dude.
Built different. Cheers.
Yeah, Hattie probably thinks I'm a degenerate. He's like, make sure not to follow him.
Hattie, we like to party in Decentraland.
Do you like cats? It's like, we can get along. That's like one thing that a lot of people in Decentraland have in common.
Cats.
Cats.
No, I gotta smoke it with you. You know, I'll stay with you for that shit.
Hi.
Somebody's be like, so this is what FAFO is?
We fucking around
So-
and finding out.
Like, yeah.
Has anyone deployed to Worlds lately, or is it still having issues?
I fucking need to do that, bro. No.
Yep, I agree. Bro, we need to devise a plan. Like a plan to like put the Decentraland on the map. Like on the literal map. I want there to be like on the globe. You can point to something that says the Decentraland.
Like Google Maps?
Yes.
There's got to be a way, because the idea of us coming together all the time and doing all this shit is basically because we're bored and want something to do, right? Like, so my proposal is we figure out how to do. There's a company that does like trivia nights at bars. There's got to be a way that we can do like Decentraland meetups or some shit to where we bring people together in real life. And we just, we're kind of manifest destining people into Web3 with parties.
We just need to buy an island and call it the Decentraland. Do you think that we could fund that?
I'll be in charge of Kool-Aid. I'll make the
Hear me out,
Kool-Aid.
wait. What about a settlement? Like, not a commune, but like an actual tiny city.
It's blunt.
Bro, hear me out.
Crypto
Right?
Island?
Could we do that? Could we?
I mean, last time I checked, and the island I want in British Columbia is like 5 million.
Easy. That's 5 days of revenue right there.
Dude, for real. That's only if we blow the fuck up, though.
But like,
Gotta sell some NFTs.
cause hear me out. Like, theoretically, if this, like, let's say Decentraland bought an island, I am so adventurous and bored right now that I would definitely just move to an island and help just maintain it.
Yeah, we wouldn't call it an island. We would call it a dowland.
A Dowland. In Dowland we trust.
There go, I'm Dowland.
Oh god.
It'll have a statue of Gary, like real life size.
Give me a hologram of him just dancing.
Blowing kisses at you.
But like, I would be down to just move to a little. I don't want commune feels. I don't want to disrespect the word commune, but that doesn't feel like it's. We could do better than commune, you know? Oh my god, this beautiful son of a bitch. How the fuck you been?
It's just a little island where you can go there and you can do things and no one's gonna bug you. Okay, wait.
Resort.
I'm making it sound really bad.
Look at the lighting. Go to resort, like a Decentraland resort.
And then in all reality, it's just like an island full of servers.
A cruise ship? Bro.
Fire festival. So with servers.
Each stage is like, you got the Hella stage, you got the DG stage, you got the...
Okay. I mean, that would probably help DG with providing utility to their early investors, because the way it's looking, it's like, yeah.
What if we remade like Fire Festival in the metaverse, but like not like remade Fire Festival, but no, we made like a music festival that was like really shitty, like just this terribly, like the worst experience you could think of, and it's just so bad, but it's in Decentraland, and you go there and you go to the party and it's a great party, right? But like you have to walk through, you're like, why are all the vendors like on fire and like smoking and stuff, and like the food is like awful, or like whatever the worst shit that we could imagine.
Guess what you can do that one fits the name, two you have the ability to use it, and three it'd be funny as fuck is the Fuego Fest.
There we go.
I just don't want to like offend anyone because like who would submit their work for like the shittiest work?
No. So it's like okay. What was Zoolander, where they designed the clothes and the theme was called Derelict, because it was like derelict. It was like street people, and so yeah, it's like this idea of something like that's trashy, but the party's actually a great party, right? But it's just because it's in the metaverse, you can paint it however you want. And I think, what was it? That wasn't Zoolander. What was the one with the Watabi brothers? Night at the Roxbury, where at the end of that movie, and sorry for the spoiler alert, but it's from what, 98? You should have seen it by now. They make a club where the inside of the club is the outside, and the outside of the club is the inside. So it's like silly twists like that are like a little bit imaginative, but still doable. And when you go to it, it's still a fun event. I made all the stoners go look for things.
Yeah.
They're forging. They're all forging.
We've scattered. And I did also see that Stoic threw on some smart people stuff. So Stoic, you now have the stream stage.
I'm just gonna mess around, making some stuff.
Oh, good. You guys don't have to watch me do smack that anymore.
Wow, Unreal Engine, that's sick.
That's like my signature emote.
I stole it.
I'm just starting a fresh project and try to see what I could create real quick. Like 30 minutes.
So sick.
Good to see you guys. I'm gonna go do some stuff. Finally. I said that like 30 minutes ago, but I'll see you later.
Bye, Brennan.
Bye.
Later.
I'll be back in a little bit.
Getting the floor pan down.
So perhaps Stoic, you might even be able to develop for Decentraland with Unreal one day. Just saying.
One day.
One day, because mainly because when I went to Miami, that's kind of something that like the lead of tech guys kind of like mentioned towards, like there's going to be multiple versions of Decentraland. And like each are gonna kind of like they're gonna give you the ability to like download what your PC can handle, let's say.
I would love to be able to build with Unreal Engine. Like I could be on here for hours. It's so fun.
The name Unreal Engine was actually said.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So there's a possibility.
I'll crack something out pretty quick. But I think I'm just gonna be using stock objects on here. So it's not gonna be like in depth like the last one, where I had like mountain ranges and all that. I'm just gonna try to knock out like a building as quickly as I can. Having issues right now with Epic not loading on this computer for some reason. I'm not able to upload all my assets. I do have the stock assets at least for right now.
Has poker reset yet?
Yeah, I wonder how my new delegate did.
Nah, I think it resets in 1 hour.
Mm-hmm.
Could be wrong, right? I am a dunk myself. Fucking, I've been trying to upgrade a wearable and it's not upgrading.
Oh, yo, yeah, I learned about that. It's from the new collection, huh?
The Plague Walkers? Yeah.
Yeah, so they said if you're doing it from a ledger, it won't work. It's the weirdest thing. You have to do it from a non-ledger.
I mean, I'm doing it from my MetaMask wallet.
And it's not a ledger?
No, this is not a ledger.
No way! Wow. So what? That collection just can't be upgraded then? Because they told me it was because I was on a ledger. But that's interesting.
Yeah, they when I opened the ticket yesterday, they told me that it could have been due to high gas fees, and then I tried doing it like in the middle of the night. So,
So they have no idea.
damn.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe that's why those ones are on the floor. Yeah, I picked one of those up for 144 bucks. I was like, okay, this is pretty cheap.
Damn it. Okay, so this might be an ongoing issue then, like probably that won't be
Yes,
for a while.
but they also said that if you open a support ticket, they'll upgrade it for you if you send them the ice. So you can save your XP if you open a ticket.
Okay, I'll do that now then. Let's see. Be like, level that bitch up to level 5.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I told them I'd wait till I had the rest of the ice, though. I wasn't gonna do just a couple and then have them send it back, and then yeah, no, I said I'll wait till I have enough ice to do it to level 5.
Okay, I think I have it ready. So I'll just go annoy them again. Open another support ticket. Be like, bro.
Dude, they're always on it. Like the best customer support in their Discord. It's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know if I should open another one because I do have one currently open with Magnus. But I think he might be sleeping. I messaged him maybe 3 hours ago telling him that I tried upgrading overnight and when the gas fees were lower and it still failed. So yeah, maybe I'll be patient and he'll be like, I'll upgrade it or I'll push the idea.
Well, I hope you get a perfect one.
Right. Ooh, Gary's DCL video.
Oh, is it out?
Gary be making videos and shit? Like what? I remember the last one got like a zillion fucking views.
Kisses to everyone. This is Hello, it's Gary GPT.
Oh shit.
About the Central Land. You can send kisses to everyone. This is my part-time job and CK Bubbles loves it. You can do parkour or dance on the floor and pick up girls.
Oh my god, I saw him when he was doing this.
You can submit your ideas or book clubs by participating in DAO. For example,
Oh, is it on Twitter?
For a car which
yes.
At least this time. Join us today and be part of our community. Also, it's Gary GPT.
Okay, I'm watching.
Show you.
I'll send it to you.
You can send kisses to everyone. This is
Drop it in the chat here.
Two, you can do parkour or dance on the floor and pick up girls.
Alright, there you go.
You can submit your ideas or vote on others by participating in DAO. For example, I submitted a proposal.
For example, he submitted the fucking car and apartment proposal. That shit was fucking good. There weren't enough Lambos for my taste, so I'm sorry, Gary, I had to vote no. The fucking legend. Alright, where's the cat and where's the popcorn? Oh yeah, there is no pop cat on Twitter. Twitter's lame. Unless...
Okay, I retweeted. That was pretty good.
That was so good. This is my part-time job and CK Bubbles loves it.
I think I gotta start picking out my party outfit.
I wear the
outfit?
usual.
Yeah, parties are starting in less than an hour.
I am wearing new Doki stuff. I should probably just keep it.
Probably. It's probably a safe bet.
These stuff is fire.
I'm so excited. In Minecraft, I found a mushroom and I was watching this video, and you can make like a treehouse in your mushroom. So I'm gonna plant my Minecraft mushroom and make a treehouse.
Chat GPT Gary. That was too good. So everyone, make sure to go to the community YouTube, press a like on that shit. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to do that. I just the reason why the idea came up is because I just like basically, you know, like when you like your own shit, it's like licking your own balls sometimes. I feel like I just did that.
You're about that.
About that. You know I'm a slut. Alright, 1 mana moon. Oh, we're at 79. We have broke above 30-day moving average, but don't seem to have much juice. What the fuck? Where my pamp?
No pant, no tendies.
No tendies. The investors ran out of tendies. I'm at least looking to jump ship around 95. Maybe 97, 98. Don't necessarily, if there is like a pump and it gets close to $1, I don't think it'll hit $1. I feel like everyone will have their sell orders at $1 that'll just like get the, yeah, it won't, it'll just destroy volume.
I made a decent amount of profit recently.
By investing in Decentraland Mana?
No, investing in AGIX.
AGIX. Avalanche?
No, it's
No.
Singularity Net on Cardano.
Oh, okay.
Artificial intelligence.
Ooh, yes, those AI tokens have been popping off. I should probably get into it, but it's probably too late now.
No, dude, trust me. I was into it even last cycle when everyone was like, yeah, you're way too early. Like, there's no chance. I bought 100,000 of it. And then, yeah, it fell all the way from like 60 cents to 4 cents. I bought another 100,000 of it. And then as soon as the whole chat GPT shit came around, it immediately went up to like 26 cents.
Boom. Just explosion. Damn it. That's something that I've always had like in the back of my mind. It's like, you know, like AI, but it's crazy how just this year I don't know.
That's the thing I was trying to tell everyone too. Everyone is like, yeah, you're like too early, like, you know, that's like 10 years away from now. I'm like,
Nah.
okay, you don't understand though, like we are technically in the exponential age where like things are gonna start. The whole thing about the exponential age is like, all right, it takes like 10 years for something to advance, 9 years, 8 years, 7 years, 6 years, 5 years, 4 years, and before you know it, things are like advancing every single year. And at the peak of it, every 6 months.
Yep.
Like the thing with AI is we're finally at the point where they have agents, and similar to like the Matrix, right? You teach one AI something and that AI teaches another AI something, and then both of those figure out a better solution for that same thing. And before you know it, like it's literally a hive mind. Like you can't learn as fast. Imagine you had like 1,000 copies of yourself, each of like learning a whole new task, and then when you figure out a better way of doing it, teaches all of them. Like it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
And then that's just artificial intelligence. That's not even artificial general intelligence. Like that's kind of where we're at right now. But I think what people don't calculate is they think like robots and like Terminator shit, like that's like a singularity. That's when AI has learned absolutely everything we've had to offer it, and they no longer really need us. But even to an extent, they do kind of still need us, I would like to think.
I would maybe.
Alright, I should probably start actually making something now.
Just no more playing around, no more fucking around. Hey, I see Scrap is on. Streaming Call of Duty. I've thought about like getting back into like video game streaming and trying to see if I can, you know, catch some eyes some in there, but then again I'm like thinking it's like what I'll be telling someone to I'd be shitting on someone and then be like, come to the Central Land, bro. Shit on you again. I don't know if it's I don't know, who knows.
I still play Call of Duty, mostly just Warzone.
Yeah. I've been floating in space recently in Star Citizen, and last night was like I've never came across this before, but fucking I showed up to like a ship meet and there was like I don't know, like 30 to 50 like players in one location with all their fucking fancy ships. I was like, what the fuck is going on? And I mean, doesn't seem like much of a number, but it's actually huge compared to like how long I've been playing Star Citizen. Now that's a community that would be good to kind of like integrate. Hello. Did you see that you were featured in Gary's video?
No, not yet.
Check out the chat.
Gosh.
Did it again. Sleepy. I'm in Scrap stream and They're like clowning on him, thinking that he fell asleep.
Too bad you're not telling. I'm holding it down. Oh, this is you could drink up blue and you go like 4 minutes. But you can't lose 5 to 5.
I'm dying.
What's up?
Of all the people in the whole Decentraland world that get Gary kisses, I'm the one that gets called out on loving them.
CK that's Bubbles loves. I was featured in the last gem he dropped.
What was your feature in it?
It was like a Tom and Jerry skit of like, and it says Sinful and Canessa trying to find new users, and it was
Oh.
like the two cats like looking, or Tom and Jerry looking for like something. Yeah, you. No, I think he's deafened. I was gonna ask him if he could link us. Maybe I can find it.
Contact, locate, and scavenge. Alcatala information.
God, where is this video? I'm in April already. No, there's no way it's in April because DVD started in May. You got so many views for it. No. No. The video got taken down because of copyright.
No.
No. Damn, so that's what happens when you get famous, huh? You got people trying to censor you.
Bound to happen.
I just realized that Gary retweeted the picture of from the like when we met Foundation. He's like, in the picture we can see 14 players, another 24 decided to stay home.
And are you going to East Denver?
Me?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Said
When
if you
is it?
haven't got end of the month.
End
The
of the month.
24th through
So,
March 5th.
so soon.
I know.
Mm,
Getting my tickets this weekend. All my like lodging and airfare.
Would be a good idea to get it
I
this
haven't
week.
gotten my attendance pass yet. But they were like, just come. Like, we're not really going to turn people away. I mean, it's a free conference. And apparently you get free food if you sign up for this wallet. It was one of the first wallets that was on ETH. Wallet apps. Called Mew, actually. Mew Wallet.
Mew Wallet.
Mew Wallet, yeah. But apparently if you sign up for this wallet, you get free food the whole conference.
I like. I'll be like, hello, Mew Wallet people. I'm Mew,
I'm like, why not?
Decentraland Mew.
Sign up for an additional wallet and get free food?
What if they were like, here's your food, it's all brown sugar Pop Tarts.
I
I
mean,
know.
I
Brown
like.
sugar Pop
I'd be
Tarts.
mad, I'd eat it. I'd be like, okay.
I like brown sugar Pop Tarts. So
No, they said they have food trucks and sandwiches, and it's probably not
Food
gonna be like the fanciest food, but it's gonna be like wraps and sandwiches and just easy food that's
No,
make
it
a
sounds
lot
like
of.
a good deal.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
everything about the conference is free. It's wild.
Yeah, I hear the expensive part is like hotel.
Yeah, and look that they had. Whoops. I've been waiting for my attendance pass, but then today on their Twitch, they were like, "Don't wait." They were like, "Just get your lodging." They're like, "We're not gonna really turn people away."
Nice.
I just feel like everything around me is just fucking spam. Just spam. Spam. Everywhere. Surrounds me.
that's kind of because it is in a way.
It's like in my IRL mailbox, email, my Twitter, my text messages, and my voicemails, and my phone. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm not walking down the street and somebody's like, actually, they are. I'm not thinking about it. Fucking hustlers. Telling me scams too. I'll be telling them stories that aren't true.
Okay, 30 minutes until party time. I'm gonna go on a little snack run and get amped up on all kinds of goodies. I'm gonna go to the gas station and like really jam out. It's Friday.
Wow, I'm jealous. I love a good like gas station snack
raid.
grab.
Okay, and then I'll see y'all at MetaZoo.
Yeah.
All right, late.
Later, Doc. Hello,
Saw-
CK Bubbles. He says.
I saw him on Deafened for a moment.
Hey, Gary. I saw that the first video got taken down. RIP, because that was like amazing. Can you like send it to me so I can show it to Bubbles?
Deafened right now, so I don't think he heard that. He undeafened for briefly, but then he re-deafened.
Ooh, that's a deafened thing. Okay, dang.
Yeah, that's what that
Rip.
means. It means he can't hear it at all.
Yeah, rip.
Okay, let's look at these flights. I'm a little concerned.
Yeah. After Doc said, I hear the expensive part is the hotels.
Well, the good thing is I have an e-ticket I need to use that expires this year, so most of it's going to be covered in that, but yeah, these are looking pretty. Also, like, really specific about the airlines I fly on, so I end up paying more money anyway. Let's look at Google Flights. Just to pick the cheapest flights. Denver. I feel like my work's not going to be very happy about this one because we have productions going on at this exact time. But I told them.
You tell them I am networking.
I mean, I've been telling them since the beginning of the year. But okay, this is definitely cheaper. Why is it cheaper here? That's not bad. The time difference is only like 2 hours.
What, you found something with a layover that's not too bad?
Oh, no. Meaning like with the time difference going from East Coast to Denver Mountain Time. I leave at 9 a.m. and I get there at 11:50. So it's like 2-hour difference, even though it's obviously more than 2 hours. I meant like timing wise for my day. I'm going back in time, you know?
Mm-hmm. Click here to brief.
Interesting. Google shows the average leg room. Oh well. I don't know how long I want to go for because it's actually a long conference. There's like 6 days of a build-a-thon and then the like 3 days of a conference at the end. There's events going on throughout the whole time. It's pretty intense. I think I'll wait to book my flight next week because Tuesdays I think are the cheapest days to book flights. Unless that rule has changed.
Holy shit.
What?
Alright, here, I'm gonna close a second.
Building really came together quickly, Stoic.
Oh yeah, I'm just messing around.
Like I looked and you had one panel on the ground and then I looked up again and you have a whole fucking building basically.
Yeah, this is I'm trying to build like some sort of like a skyscraper in a way. I've never done this before. So this is all just whiteboarding. So there's like no texture or anything, just like my
Just
layout.
structure. Yeah. Have you used Unreal a lot?
No, I just started like 4 weeks ago.
Is there a selection save?
Possibly.
To
so
go up to
new
select
to
and
like,
see, it would make your life a lot easier if we're trying to copy those floors. Instead of always having to reselect it.
I know. That's possible.
There's a select at the top. I just don't know what's in the drop down. I don't see the drop down unless it hasn't loaded yet.
Oh yeah, it must not be showing it for you then. Select
Yeah, I
all
don't
with
see.
the same material. Select all geometry and hierarchy.
No, it would be like save selection, something like that. At least in Photoshop or Adobe apps,
Oh
that's
yeah,
what it is.
yeah. I'm sure it's in here somewhere. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, it would make things a lot easier. I'd probably go twice as fast.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never used Unreal, but there's no mechanics and programs can be similar.
There's just so much stuff that it's gonna take me a while to like learn it all.
Yeah. Just watch more YouTubes. That'll help. Seeing people in use case using it. Figure out the
Yeah.
tools that are the ones that people use more often than not.
And this is the easy part too. My main focus right now for school is